Namaste, everybody, and welcome to a flow yoga class. I am Aphinya. Thank you so much for joining me, and for any one of you can make to the 8 a.m. You are awesome, and I hope many more of us can come at these times, and then we will have time later throughout the day to enjoy, the spring and the summer that is come. And I also cannot wait that when the weather is permit, then I can go see many of you at the Buffalo, if you live in the area. I just want to say something, because I always say things. If you read email from Michael, many of you probably will hear about story about Milan. That's how I say her name. One of our teachers just passed away, and I asked Michael about a little bit about the detail of it. Milan, she developed tumor in her brain, and they treated the tumor. And I believe that when I saw her last time, when the studio had the meeting, and she went through the chemo, I believe, and that pretty much the end of the story I heard about Milan recovering. When I talked to Michael again, he said that the tumor that they treated gone, but then the tumor just keep coming back, and the doctor said to her that they have no way to take care of them. So pretty much they just let her know that, the end of her last breath is coming sooner than later. And when her body really get to the point that it, like the brain getting, I don't know what to imagine, like her body just have to degrade it. She actually signed a paper and said that just don't, I'm going to cry a little bit, don't touch me, don't do anything with me, just don't fix me, don't try to do anything, just let me go. And it's so, I think every one of us take this in differently. I went through a lot of emotion, but at the end of it, I just feel like, wow, it's so beautiful when we can accept life as it is. And that is the theme of my story. When we don't fight too hard to earn, to have, to be healthy, to be happy, even that, like we don't fight too hard. We just do the best we can. We make room for everything because we are whole. We are not just part or some. We cannot just pick and choose good and the good and the happiness and not make room for the bad and for the stress and for things like that. But the key is just don't get attached to the bad thing. Don't get attached to the negative thing. Don't look for things to feel worse about yourself. Don't do that. And do more of accepting, of opening, of letting life be. When you have the moment to feel this happy heart and loving heart, enjoy it in the moment, and just that. Don't look at the Instagram and Facebook and see our friends have did on that travel here and make yourself crave such a shallow things, okay? And also, I want to end with this, because one of the person, Krishna Das, if you don't know about anything about him, don't worry. Like he or she asked, like, how can I be at peace with my last breath when it comes? And he said, well, you just have to practice it right now before that last breath comes. You need to embody and be persistent with acceptance, with letting it go, with forgiveness, with surrenderness, with connected to God. Because this persistent and consistent will then be a vehicle. Like you're just brushing your teeth without thinking anymore. It's the same thing. You will have that when your last breath comes. But if you think that when that happened and you are going to be at peace without any preparation, any work beforehand, that is not going to happen. Or if you collect all this negative feeling and know how to become overwhelmed and upset so quickly, when your last breath comes, you will leave your body with so much pain. And I hope that is not you. Having said that, be regular with our practice. Come and see me 8 a.m. on Saturday or Sunday, as long as we are still here and if this class is still going. Okay? Close your eyes, please. And deep breath in and out through your nose. Let the exhalation be a symbolic for you to let go, release, don't control anything, don't hold on to anything. And when the inhalation comes, that's such a good symbolic of expanding your heart, of create space, of remembering everything about you. Be whole. Your health go beyond this physical body. Your mind has to be a part of it. Your spirit have to be a part of it. That is the true healthy. Do the best you can. Don't be too hard on yourself. Trust the universe. Trust God. You learn how to give, learn how to take, learn how to back off, learn how to give more. Be comfortable with the dance of life. With that in mind, our hands come right together. Thumb to the third eye, and here we go. We chant Om 3 times together. Take a deep breath in. Exhale fully. Another deep inhale, please. You bow your head toward your heart. Release your hands, lift your chin, open your eyes. I'm gonna warming up, seated. If you like to join me, go ahead. I'm sitting actually on my toes right here. You can sit cross-legged, or with reaching the arm up toward the sky, legs wide apart. Okay. When you do this, try to draw your ribs in. If you cannot interlate the hand, you can just like reach And then we do side stretch. I will change my seated position soon, trust me. I just want to stretch my toes. It's really, I mean, they can be stretched. Side stretch. You can get on the floor too. Just listen to your body once again. I will not stop saying that. I'm gonna work the neck. See, I changed my leg position already. You can get your neck to move. So go tilted side to side. You can look left, look right. You can do half circle at a time. What feels right, it's good to your body. Sit nice and tall though. Don't round your back, please. If you need to add anything in right away because it feels right to your body, once again, that is the best guidance that you can follow. It's definitely better than mine. It's your body. When you're satisfied with your neck, you go down your shoulder, and you can go down your trunk. You can go back up and visit those joints again when they feel like, you please come back and take care of me once again, because after you move my shoulder or you move my body, I feel like something happened, right? Yeah. Don't forget your wrist, your ankle. Side to side. I'm just going to share a little news with you. I actually happened to get the vaccine, the first shot already. I actually got Moderna, is that right? Yeah. The reason for that, because since the preschool that I take Thea to is a co-op, and we parents have to contribute our times into school, so we actually become kind of assistants to the teachers. So that is become our role. So then we become an essential worker, so we get the shot. My first shot made my muscles kind of achy a little bit right here because I get the shot right on my right arms. Twist your body. I probably will get you down onto the floor after this. Bend the knee. Yeah, even when you're ready, if you have enough of, moving while you're on your seat, please come down. Let's do this knee circle. My hip is really calling me. It's really good to really get into the hip joints and hip muscles. Change direction, please. And extend your legs and your arms long away from one another. Let's bring the arms and the leg up toward the sky and shake them. or circle them. Bicycle 20 times, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, sorry, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Knee to your chest. Let's rock side to side. That's probably better. I'm trying to put my prop into the place that I feel like it's better for them to be there. Feet together, knees apart. Baddha Konasana, so supine, butterfly pose. Breathe, please. Feet to the floor, knees bent. Let's get into this chest opening. Remember the amount of this strength that you ask your body to engage is in your control. You be wise, you listen, and also let yourself be in the pose too. One more breath. For some reason, I just want to hang there in this pose. Very interesting. Now you can roll on one side and come up to a seated position and take Navasana, both pose, or you can roll yourself into that pose, okay? And pick your version of Navasana. Remember to let your spine become elongated. Looking one of my plants that I keep kind of stacking the stick and extending the stick up. It's about to touch the ceiling now. It's a climbing plant. Bend your knees, extend your right leg, cross your left leg, twist to the left. I'm like, what am I supposed to do when it just go all the way to the ceiling? Oh. And twist, get your left heel to the groin and left arms overhead. Parivrtta Janushasana. I forgot to tie my hair back up. I will find a space for that. Stay opening in your heart, right? And then you move up and away from that, go all the way to the back and have your left hand on the floor and come off from the floor. Balance on the knee, right arms overhead. How about we do 5? So go here. 2, 3, 4, 5. Give love to the shoulders once again. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then stretch. One more breath. We're going to hit the side stretch again. So come off on the floor. Balance on your left knee, left arms up. Oh, stretch to the right. You can pull the wrist. That is one option. Stay belly in, hips stay back slightly. Breathe. Or hand behind the back of the head. Wow. Latissimus dorsi is really, really tight. One more breath. Come up and away from the stretch, and then you're going to move toward your right leg. Turn toward it. And it's our lunge stretch. Make sure you get your hips square first. Pat your knee if you need to. Prop your hand with blocks if you have to. Right. Spine nice and long, and here we go. Hamstring stretch here. Just know that it's the early in the practice. Move your body a lot with the breath. Okay. Toe. And then move up and away from the legs a little bit, and we go into the lateral sides of the legs. So you bend the knee, roll on the little toe side edge of the foot, knees bend, opening to the right, right. And here we go, hips back, chest forward. And then with the breath, we go toward the floor. If you want to move your body around, you have room to do that. Just do it. You can still work your shoulder. Move up and away from the floor. We're gonna go forward, standing split one. Kick your left leg up toward the sky, and then cross your left leg behind your right leg, please. Then we come into cross leg forward fold here. And breathe and move. Deep breathing. Kind of go deep in our stretch, one breath at a time. You inhale, you move up and away from our legs and knees bend. Step your right leg back. Right knees on the floor, right hands on the floor. Twist to the, no, left knee on the floor, left hand on the floor. Twist to the right. And then you untwist, kick your right leg back, turn your body open to the right one more time. Long right side body. And then we exhale, turn toward the floor. We go into the thread the needle. Here we go. Child's pose, please. Round your back up to the sky. Inhale, go forward towards your wrist. Arch at the end. Exhale, round your back up to the sky. Go backward toward your heel. Child's pose. Repeat. Inhale, round your back. Arch at the end. Exhale, round your back up. Go backward toward your heel. Repeat. Three more. Just being mindful. You come up onto your hands and knees. Sit down and let's do second side. Left leg extend. Cross your right leg over your left. Twist to the right. Learn to, give your energy into the pose. And also learn to receive as well while you are in your pose. What are you getting out from each one of them? How can you not overdo it, not underdo it? And inhale, untwist. Then get your right leg out, heel to the groin. You can extend both legs out, right arms overhead if that's better for your ankle joint and your knee joint. And then we stretch to the left, right. Remember that this right hand is your option. Your shoulder will tell you what you should do with that hand. Yeah. You can leave it at the hip. You can even hold it at your shoulder. Yeah, that's work. As long as it helps you to opening your shoulder, you don't feel pain in your joint. And you move up and away from that stretch and go to the other side. Come off from the floor, left arms overhead. We circle the left shoulder 5 times. Keep breathing. Change direction. And then stretch this left side nice and long. Push the floor away from you and push it to your feet. Okay. And then from that left feet, extend out to your left arms. Really be mindful with your lower back, please. We'll do last one here. And then you come off from the floor, right arms overhead. Once again, you can hold your shoulder, you can hold your wrist. You can go to the back of the head. Belly is in. Lift the heart. You're going to feel this pec major really, really stretch. Get to be stretched. You move up and away from the stretch, and you're going to turn toward your left leg. Put all the props down, supporting yourself well, and then we go into our runner stretch here. Inhale, move up and away from your left leg. So then you can move your body safely. Then we go into the lateral side of your left foot. Roll on the little toe side edge of the foot. Left knees bend, arms wide, right knees on the floor, hips back. Your heart extend forward and you stretch by moving your trunk toward the floor. One breath at a time. Keep your jaw relaxed. Keep your shoulder relaxed. Inhale, move up and away from the joints. Then you can move your legs safely. We go forward, kick the right leg up, opening your right hip. Inhale, exhale, cross your right leg behind your left leg. And you go into cross leg forward fold. Remember, if you feel like go side to side, it feels really good to your body, you're doing that. Or stay still, you feel much better, you're doing that. Wherever your arms are landed, it's keep you safe, keep you feel strong. You do. Inhale, move up and away from the stretched knees. Bend right leg back, knees on the floor, right hands down, twist to the left. Is it right? Yeah, sorry. Exhale, we turn the body toward the floor. Kick the left leg back, heart up, left side stretch once again. Exhale, we turn our heart toward the floor and facing the back edge of the mat and thread the needle, left hands under. Inhale, move up and away from the floor, child's pose. Exhale. Inhale, come up onto your hands and knees and do spinal circulation 5 times each direction, please. 3, 4, 5, and we do other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Downward facing dog. Remember to really spread your fingers. Really feel your palms and your fingertips on the floor. Foundations comes first. Do it right, do it well. Inhale, plank pose, go carefully. Exhale, downward facing dog. Yeah. Gradually, just get your wrist into that flexions, one breath at a time, one slow movement at a time. And keep going. You just keep pushing for more into the flexion of your wrist, slowly, gradually. 2 more. Then you step your left leg forward between the hand, pivot to the right. Wide leg forward, here, chins and thighs apart. You can go into Skandasana instead. The hip stretch one leg bend at a time. That's also a good option. See which one feel better and your body need it first. Keep working with your breath. Wherever you are, return toward the front of the mat. Step your right leg back, downward facing dog. Remember, in dog pose, you have time to get your body moving at this moment. So work your dog to fit what your body needs. And once again, we go inhale, plank pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Keep going. Two more. you take plank once again and pick the one that worked well, okay, to go down to the floor. Just check with your wrist. Go all the way down, nice and safe. Extend your left hand out to the side. And let's stretch your pec major. Turn your body open to the right. When our body is tighter, it's safe to, pick an easier version. I mean, your body will not gonna get hurt. When you become looser, you can pick harder version of the pose. Does that make sense? And you also change side, please. You also can move quicker as well. But when you're tight, you just have to move slower. Roll onto your belly and your chest, and let's bend your left leg, keep your right leg straight. Ekapada Bekasana. So we stretch the hip flexors here. Other side. And then you let go. And from here, we do the back bend. You can do locust, sphinx, or cobra, or even up dog. Okay, we're gonna stay here for 7 breaths or even longer. Use this as a warming up purposes. So you go, you work with the breath. This is my 4th breath. Check your opening in the heart, your lower back. Right. Give me 3 more breaths. We're gonna go to 10 all together here. Much better. The more time we spend on it. Downward facing dog. Right leg forward between the hands, left knee to the floor. Upright with your trunk, bend your left knee, hold the foot with the hand, root your tailbone down. One more breath. And you exhale, let go of your left leg. Standing split. Kick your left leg up, opening the hip. Exhale, square your hip, land your left leg back behind you. Keep it straight, left hand down, twist to the right. One more breath here. Remember your chest and your belly, they do 2 different action of the twisting. And then you go toward the floor. Kick your right leg back and up, opening the hips, bend the knee, kick it to the left. Extend the leg, square the hip, come forward to plank. Inhale, keep your right leg lifting. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then get your right leg forward between the hands. Warrior 2. Reverse warrior. Keep your body moving with the breath. Come away from that, hands to the floor. Three-legged dog. Inhale. Downward, three-legged dog, come forward to plank. Now you can get that left leg, right leg lift, or bring it down and chaturanga dandasana. Sorry, everybody. Now you are flowing. Pick your back bend, 3 breaths here. Downward facing dog or child's pose, please. Left leg forward between the hands. Get your right knee on the floor. Come upright with the trunk. Hold the foot with the hand, or you do low lunge if you cannot hold the foot and feel safe in your shoulders, okay? Root your tailbone down. Draw your ribs toward one another while your heart open, spine lengthening all the way out through the crown of your head. One more breath. And you let go. Standing split, right leg up, opening the hip. Exhale, square the hip, land your right leg back, right hands down, twist to the left. Keep breathing. One more breath here. Left hand to the floor. Three-legged dog, kick your left leg back and up, opening the hips, bend the knee, kick it to the right. And then extend your left leg out, square the hip, come forward to plank with your left leg lift, inhale. And we go back downward facing dog with your left leg up toward the sky. And inhale, come forward, left leg between the hands, warrior 2. Couple more breaths here. Let your body move with your breathing. Reverse warrior. One more breath. Come away from the stretch, hands to the floor. Three-legged dog, inhale. Plank pose, exhale, floor or rest, please. Chaturanga Dandasana. Once again, pick your back bend here. 2 more breaths. Opening your heart. Downward facing dog or child's pose, please. Right leg forward between the hands, inhale. Warrior 1. Breathe. Float with breath. Work the pose in the muscles. Warrior 3. Not going to be that long. Warrior 2. Trikonasana, triangle. Go down to runner stretch, please. Or split your leg in Hanumanasana. Move up and away from the stretch, and we step the left leg forward to Uttanasana. And your option to flow or rest is here. With breath, here we go. And we meet in downward facing dog or child's pose, please. Left leg forward between the hands. Warrior one. Feel the muscle that you're stretching. Align your bones wisely. Warrior three. Once again, there are versions and options. Pick what works with the body. Warrior two. Trikonasana, triangle. Runner stretch or Hanumanasana, please. Carefully, you move up and away from the stretch, and we step the right leg forward, two. Forward fold. Inhale, lengthen your spine, feet hip distance apart. Chair pose, Utkatasana. Spread your toes. Your arches are essential, so let actively create that. I don't know where my arm should land. It's like stand tall. Inhale. Exhale. Balance in your left leg, right knee to your chest. Tree pose. Warrior two. Reverse warrior. extend side angle pose. Facing the floor, exhale. Kick your left leg back and up, three-legged dog, inhale, opening the hip. Left knee to your left armpit, exhale, come forward. Kick it back and up, inhale. Knee to your nose, round your back up to the sky, push the floor away from you. Kick it back and up. Left knee to your right armpit, exhale. Kick it back and up. We twist again to the right and land your left leg to the right, right arm up toward the sky. Okay. And carefully drag your left leg in. You can bend at the knee and go three-legged dog or rest in child's pose. If you do three-legged dog, come to plank. Chaturanga Dandasana. Up dog or cobra. Downward facing dog or child's pose, please. Before we go to the other side, I'm going to ask you to do dolphin pose first. I know. I just want to stretch more and further. You can use block, you can interlaced the hands, okay? Dolphin, here we go. Remember to work your body that you really can move your chest back and you can really stretch either your back muscle that should come first or hamstring and calf muscles. One leg at a time will make the stretch feel easier than two legs at the same time. Couple more breaths. Child's pose, please. Breathe. Come back and be right here. Really be aware of everything as whole. The mind is quiet, no talking, just observing. And then from here, you go forward to Uttanasana, however you choose. Chins and thighs apart. Inhale, lengthening the spine. Exhale, chair pose once again. Open your leg as wide as you need if you have to, okay? Knees over the ankle. Just try to look at the clock too. Keep moving. You don't need to be stuck and be stiff in the pose. It's not necessary. I mean, it's not going to help you much at all. Work with breath is better. Stand tall. Inhale, balance your right leg, left knee to your chest. Hips stay back. Stand heavily onto your right heel. Core in, spine long. Relax your neck and shoulders. Keep breathing. Soften your jaw. 3 pose. Arms are yours. Don't let the hip getting pushed forward. I mean, if you're gonna go forward with the belly, you're arching your back, okay? And spine nice and long. If you stand nice and tall, get your belly underneath your chest. Warrior 2. Reverse warrior. Extend side angle pose. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. The strength is in your foundation, root from your core downward to your legs. Yeah. And you should feel that opening in your heart. Your upper body, it feels work, but it should not be stiff and tense at all. Carefully exhale, hands come to the floor. Kick your right leg back and up, opening the hip, inhale. Come forward, exhale, three-legged. What is that? Variation of plank, and then go forward, inhale. Go backward, and then knee to the nose. Kick it back and up, three-legged dog. Twist the body, go right knee to your left armpit, and then exhale. Twist again and land your right leg to the left arms up. Drag your right leg in. Lift, downward facing dog. We're gonna go to the floor, come to plank first, inhale. Lower down, Chaturanga Dandasana all the way to the floor. And stack your hands, rest here, couple breaths. Dhanurasana, both toes, knees bent, hand hold your ankle. If you cannot hold your ankle, please locust pose or cobra pose is good. Here we go. Kick, shoulder blades together. Exhale, release slightly. Keep going. Check with your lower back. Curve all the way from your toes to your head. Next exhalation, go down to the floor. Release the tension in the lower back by rocking the hip side to side or windshield wiper if needed. We do Dhanurasana one more time or any back bend of your choice. Here we go with breath. You meet your moment wisely. Like meet your weakness, tightness, strength wisely. One more breath. Here we go. Relax. Let go. Please roll onto your back. How about that? Get your right knee to your chest. Rock side to side. Get your right ankle above your left knee. And get your left leg towards you. Or you can do baby cradle on your back. So we do upside down pigeon pose right here. Get your right leg, hold it, kick it to the right. So use the strap of the hands. No tension in your neck and your shoulder. Like, be wise with how you use the strap. Bring it up toward the ceiling. The hamstring stretch is right here. You can bring yourself off on the floor and try to find the legs. That's also another option.
Daughter told me, I'm getting some more milk, I'll be right back. And she went to the little gate.
Carefully, hands go behind the back of the head. Keep your right leg extended. Lift your left leg off from the floor. Hover the floor as low as you want, the closer to the floor, the harder it's going to be. And then exhale, extend your right leg to meet the left. Inhale, come up. Exhale. Inhale, come up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 more. 8, 9, 10. Knees to your chest. Get your shoulder down to the floor. Rock side to side. And we go left ankle above the right knee, or you do lie down, baby cradle. When you decide to do the cradle instead of ankle above the knee, your right leg is free and you can land your right leg wherever. The more it moving away from your left leg and closer to the floor, the intensity of the stretch, you're going to feel it. But you don't need to go there right away if your body is not yet able to handle that, right? And then we're going to kick the left leg to the left. Remember to control the hips. Make sure it doesn't tilt to the left because of the weight of your left leg. And then left leg go up toward the sky. Our hamstring stretches here. Wow. And we go hands behind the back of the head. We go left leg to meet the right. Hover your right leg off on the floor. Here we go. Inhale up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Knee to your chest. Rock side to side. We go bridge once again. If you want to go into a deeper back bend, because it feels right. Feel free to do that. And extend your knees straight backward, while the energy move also the opposite direction out through the crown of your head. My body really want to hang out in bridge today. That's really interesting. And slowly come down to the floor. Drop both of your knees to the left. Breathe and really relax your back muscles. Heavy shoulders. We're not done yet. Please don't relax completely yet. Inhale, come up, and then drop your knees to the other side. Then from here, you turn your body toward the right and get yourself up. And we go from here, and let's do frog pose, please. I am going to keep one of my legs on the mat and one of my legs on the blanket. I'm going to move back so I can slide that leg that on the blanket out as far as it can go. So your frog pose is, you come down onto your knees. You make your shin parallel toward one another. You land on the big toe side of your feet. Come down onto your forearm and you slide your legs apart. That is the frog pose. Now, you can play around with how far your body can move away from your legs or move toward the legs, which you're gonna feel that when you go toward the legs, you move your hip more toward your leg, you're gonna feel the stretch become stronger. And you just have to choose where is the best one for you to feel the stretch, and you are able to stretch a little bit longer and not like overdo it. So you want to get something out from your practice, out from each pose that help you to stretch that particular muscle. Right? You don't want to just hang in the pose, it's nothing happen. One more breath here. And carefully, I'm going to use the leg on my blanket to drag it in so I narrow down my opening and come off from the floor. Yeah, knees together. Drop the hips side to side. What you can try to play around with that, everything we do, and I focus on that hip opening a lot, is the Bakasana. And if you remember, we have two ways that you can do Bakasana. The one that you balance on the wrist and the one that you balance on your forearms. They have, the challenge on its own. If you have a lot of hips opening, baby Bakasana, come down to your forearms. It's going to feel easier. And you're going to feel, as you can see, I'm already there. It require to me a greater hip opening in order to do that, and it use a little lift and strength from the upper body for the baby Bakasana. go forward and lift the leg. You can just, keep going and go with me. And baby Bakasana is just like when you do dolphin pose. But this time, if you interlace the hands, I wonder, can you do that? Yeah, you can even do it with the hands interlaced as well. Full Bakasana, to me, is require less opening of the hip, more on the upper body strength. And your body will tell you which one, when you do it, work better or none, because you still, stiff in your hip and weak in your upper arms. So while you are doing it and I'm teaching, when you do Bakasana for the first time and you do the full Bakasana, propping yourself like you are about to fall and you know that you're supported is the best thing to do. Yeah. You should have a block step on it. That is going to help you to go forward easier and go forward easier and make that whatever opening in your hips is kind of good enough. Now, palms are important. Spread your fingers down, claw the floor with your finger pads and your palms strongly. Your knees can go behind your upper arms or go to the outside of your upper arms, and you can push your upper arm into the knees. And it's going to require you to work more, but that hugging and pushing will get you into your core strength much easier, and you should do Bakasana with core strength that help you to move away from your wrist, okay? And if you have the blanket to help you, your palm pretty much have to hide under it, because when you land, you're gonna land on the blanket for sure. Here we go. Remember, we're not gonna dump the weight into the wrist. We want to really push off from that palms and feel that the energy go up into the core as much as we can. One more time. I'm gonna try not to use prop and see how it is. I even feel like I still need to move, need to use block. I feel much more powerful. All right, so when you feel like that's enough, you put a lot of weight into the wrist, into the shoulders. Move those body parts first, and maybe the hip joint, because when you're hugging, you start to feel tension. Move those joints around until you feel happy, feel satisfied, feel more open and relaxed. And then from there, it's your Shavasana. Or want to do something else? Before that, enjoy. Okay, I'm gonna move my hips a little bit. Here we go, yeah. You allow your body to completely relax. I hope, you pretty much in your Shavasana right now. Or when you get there, use the Shavasana also as a space that you meditate. You learn to be aware, but you are not, use your will to be aware. You just float and be. That will be, you're going to yield the right result from meditation. Do it softly. Do it with letting it go. No more control. No more manipulation. Those things can only tensing you, gripping you, and make you sicker slowly. You let your face soft, your eyebrow, your eyeball, your cheek, your jaw. Let your shoulder rest softly into the earth beneath you. Allow the heart space to feel lifted and open. Know that the love, compassion, empathy are medicine of longevity, a medicine of happy life to every human being. And you stay in your Shavasana as long as your body wants it. I will see you next week, 8 a.m. everybody. Namaste.